everyone, welcome back to my new video. Today it'll be a video about some tips and tricks that I've prepared for all of you. Some tips and tricks that you guys can use in your game to stay alive and to win gunfights. Most of these tips and tricks are movement based, as I'm going to be making this a series. So it's just all about game sense and everything. So my first video is about movement. I've prepared a list of 5 different tips and tricks that you can use in your gunfights to win against your enemy. So let's get into the first one. My first tip is to stay next to walls. By staying next to walls just protects you from being in the open, because when you're being in the open you're vulnerable from all sides. You can use the walls as cover, and it's harder for enemies to hit you or see you. Therefore, you have a higher chance of winning the gunfight. And it will be much easier for you to win the gunfight than if you were in the open and your enemy was next to a wall. So, my second tip and trick is try to get cover in gunfights. So use the cover around you to your advantage. There'll be just less damage taken proposing you win the gunfight, because it'll be harder for enemies to hit you when you're behind cover. So use head glitches and everything you can to your advantage, and there's way higher chance of you winning the gunfights than your enemy. So just use cover in fights, whatever cover you can find. Don't find yourself in the open. That's why I'm saying stay next to walls too, as a tip there. My tip 3 is to drop shot. Many of you will probably think that this will go into gun skills, but I think drop shotting is also very movement. It's also all about movement. So drop shotting is when you prone down while shooting to make it harder for an enemy to hit you. If you've seen my previous videos, I use this a lot when in a fight. Therefore my enemies can't hit me, and they won't expect me being on the floor. They'll expect me being right in front of them. That way you can win the gunfight easily. And jump shots is also not very different. It's just instead of proning, you jump. So it's harder for the enemy to hit you, you take less damage, and there's a higher chance of you winning the gunfight. And my last tip, well, before last, is to slide. Slide whenever you can. Well, maybe not all the time, but I try slide when I can, because it's faster than just sprinting. That way you can just get into places before your enemy can see you. So if you're just going around a corner and you slide, it will be harder for your enemy to see you, because you'll be on the floor and it'll be harder for them to shoot you. So you'll take less damage before you know that they're there. So coming to my last tip, it's something called the peeker's advantage. So you can peek around the corner and somebody doesn't know that you're there. You've made an action to try and kill them by knowing that they're there. The person will then need to react to you coming around that corner. And the average reaction speed of a human is actually 250 milliseconds. They will need 250 milliseconds delay on average to react to you coming around that corner. So you can add to the effectiveness of this trick by doing a slide or proning or jump shotting. That way you have a higher chance of winning that gunfight. People with lower ping also have a higher chance of winning the gunfight, because when your ping is lower, it means your download and upload speed to the Call of Duty mobile servers is way lower. So that's better. People with 70 ping and less, that's very good. But 100 ping and more, that's on the bad side. So that's it for today. That's all the tips I have for you in the movement-based game tips. I will make another video on gun skills and how to aim and things like that. So subscribe, like this video, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss another video. Thank you, and bye.
Enemy bomb located. Contact with enemy.
Click on zombie apocalypse.